Hey everybody, it's me, LaRasha, Goddess Queen, just me, 23, and this is going to be another zodiac sign reading. And Leos, you are up. So this is going to be for Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising, as well as Venus and Mercury. Or if you're Leo cusp baby, I'm including you in this reading too. Or if you have Leo in your north node, you are included in this video as well. Or if you were just guided to this video and you don't have Leo in your chart and you're not dealing with anybody that has Leo in their chart, maybe there's some messages in this video for you too. And of course, cross watchers that are dealing with somebody that has Leo in their chart, of course, there's going to be messages in this video for you. Keep in mind that this is a general reading, so it may not resonate with everybody. If it does resonate, please like my channel, subscribe to my channel, comment, as well as share. If it does not resonate, please try your moon sign as well as your rising sign, which is your ascendant sign in your birth chart. And in order to get your rising sign, which is your ascendant sign, you have to have your name, your date of birth, the time you were born, as well as your location. If you don't have all that information, you'll still be able to get your sun sign, your moon sign, and I say pay attention to your Venus as well as your Mercury when you're dealing with love readings, okay? Venus, Mercury, North Node as well, because North Node has to do with your past life karma and the karma in this lifetime. So again, your love life, your career, your relationships with your family and friends, whatever type of karma, toxic situations, that hurtful situations that are brought up in your journeys with these people, that is also important as well, as far as when it comes to finding out your purpose, unlocking certain things for you as far as your blueprint, where you come from, your DNA structure, because each person has their own unique DNA structure. Even if you come from your mom has a different DNA structure than their child. Your dad has a different DNA structure than your grandparents. But it's all certain things that are tied together to make you blood relations, relatives and blood related, as far as where you come from, the first person that created your bloodline. And that goes back to the pyramid days and the Sumerian days and so on. So if you have certain things that are activating in your birth chart, there's reasons for that, because 2020, we're at a different phase as far as when it comes to our evolution, our growth, our transformation, the things that we are getting ready to take part of. Our ancestors that have been here before us have been waiting and wanting to see this, and now they have certain bloodlines, your grandparents, your grandpa, your great-grandparents, your aunts, your uncles, everybody that's in your family that was before you helped you get to this point now where they died to be here, okay? So a lot of things are getting ready to get revealed. A lot of things that have been hidden to us are getting surfaced. Again, a lot of people go back and forth with me about this Donald Trump thing. For the ones that say, when they were pushing all this information out on the fake websites, the little people websites, as far as the bloggers, and they were putting all this real information and knowledge on those websites, y'all's rebuttal have always been, it's not on CNN, it's not on NBC, it's not on ABC, it's not on any of these social media outlets that they have created for us, that they gave to us. That was y'all's rebuttal. Now they just announced in December 2019, because 2020, they know a lot of things is getting ready to happen, okay, that Donald Trump was put in the presidential candidacy as a president for us because he was fighting the elite. J.F. Kennedy was killed and assassinated because he was the first president that went on and decided to go against the Illuminati and the elites' wishes and tell us publicly on the news that there was two divisions when it came to the government. Putting the puzzle pieces together. There has been nobody else outside of Donald Trump, regardless of what his bloodline is, what he says. Another thing that people don't understand, when the government is in party, they also have information as far as when it comes to cloning themselves. Again, we already see how they have cloned certain things. This is stuff that they have been doing. So one thing that Dick Gregory used to always preach, it was a lot of other celebrities that preaches that, says that there's two different Donald Trumps. One wears a blue tie, one wears a red tie. Y'all can research about this. This is information that people verbally have said, that are celebrities that have been that have been educators to us when it comes to awareing us about certain things that we are not aware of because we are at the bottom of the food chain. And it's up to you to take the information that you have to understand what you're taking part of. So the position that I have, this is my purpose. I know that there's people that's going to say I'm crazy. I know that there's people that's going to make fun of me because, again, people were taught and brainwashed to fear the unknown. And if that was something that was not given to them from their childhood until now, they're going to fear it. They're going to discard it. They're going to think people are crazy from it. But at the end of the day, they posted it on CNN. They posted also in 2019 on one of those big companies that parts of the Bible scrolls were fabricated. They were fake. They posted that. Again, I tell y'all that they post a lot of things when people are asleep. 2 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning, all that stuff. All you have to do is go out and get it. The more that you invest in the knowledge and the information that you have while it's available to you, is going to get you where you need to be. And this is just the Leo part of me, okay? And me, I'm a Leo rising. Leo risings, y'all know Leos are the leaders. And again, your rising sign is how other people see you and not how you see yourself. And that's one reason why it's so hard to not get that information if you don't have your time of date, because that's helping you understand how everybody else sees you. So it's going to help you understand what your purpose is tied to for you having that rising sign. So that's the reason why they have the 2 forms of birth certificates when it comes to your birth certificate, the short form, the long form. They give you the short form if you don't request the long form. The long form has all your information. And I'm just here to help you. I do want to say that I am dedicating this video to my brother. He is a Leo. It's just crazy because we've been talking about my grandmother. My grandmother was the one that was more aware to the things that was going on. And she made sure that her bloodline of who came from her, that we were aware that we had Indian in us. And I didn't understand it because, again, what she kept saying was Blackfoot, and that was something that I was not learned or taught to in school. But the more that I have grown and the more that I start educating myself and I start finding out who the Blackfoot tribe is, it was 2 tribes that was put together, Cherokee Indian, Apache Indian. And they made it together to create Blackfoot. And so it's just crazy to me when it comes to the things that have been hidden to us, the things that we have been programmed and stuff to believe to cause us to lose certain blood rights that you have. If you are somebody that's finding out that you are indigenous and you are finding out that you are not what they told you you were, that's a big step as far as when it comes to your knowledge, when it comes to your whole ancestral history. It's very important to you. So if you've been woken to that, congratulations, because that's getting ready to be the next phase. And I'm just here to help you. I know that I'm different reader. I'm way different reader than anybody else. And again, if you're new to my channel, I do give messages to the collective before I do give my readings. So if you're pressed on time, you can always go down to the comment section of the video if you want to go to the beginning of the reading, if you don't want to hear me talk, or if you're pressed on time. Moving forward, if you use your free will to state that I talk too much, you will be blocked and not be able to come back on my channel. I do have music in the background, and what I was going back to my brother, the first song that came on when I started after I shuffled your cards and I was getting ready to start your video, I turned on the Pandora. I don't have a playlist. I just listen to the radio. The radio station that I'm listening to is R&B love songs. And again, my grandma is one of my biggest warriors on the other sides and one of my biggest guardians. And my cousin and I were taking part of a memory because there was a certain video that was reminded us of her, and I tagged all my cousins as far as that comes to my bloodline from my grandmother, and we all took part of the post. Some of us did and some of us didn't. I'm gonna say that, but everybody knew what situation that we were talking about, even the ones that were tagged in and that didn't take part of it. my brother had mentioned how my grandmother said that Keisha Cole, he was dreaming and on the couch, and he was talking in his sleep, and he said something about Keisha Cole had walked by with no clothes on, and he was like, woman, put some clothes on. And he said it out loud, and my grandma was like fool, who you talking to, in his sleep. And when he said that, Keisha Cole's video was the first thing that came on, and it was the love song, love. So I was like, okay, I got to dedicate this video to my brother, because he's a Leo. It's a part of my synchronicity and helping us with our bloodline. And now after he watch this video, because I am going to tag him in it and make sure he watches it, so he can understand what's going on as far as when it comes to our bloodline, because he is somebody that's very important when it comes to putting things together on our end. So him seeing this, it allows me to show him how the things that, again, the unknown that he's afraid of, how it's very useful for him to pushing forward and getting him out of sticky situations and helping him unlock his DNA structure and his genetics that he needs in order for him to stand in his purpose. So I'm very grateful for me doing this, because again, it allows my friends, the people that are in my environment, them understand who I am. And when things like that happen, that love song, he would burn the shit out of that Keisha Cole song over and over and over when he was living with me. And I was just like, oh my God, my brother is hurt. And he was hurt, but he was singing every time I come from work. He was on top of the 3rd floor on the stairs with his 211 listening to that dang song. And I was just like, oh my gosh, my little brother is in love. But it was just the funniest thing. So I am dedicating this video to you. I'm sorry if I am rumbling, but again, I do have my own things that happen to me as far as when I do get the messages for you, I'm included in those messages for myself. So I just needed to speak and acknowledge that, because I saw it, and I'm grateful for my ancestors that are here to help me and guide me for this, even though when I'm considered the black sheep. But again, one thing that I have to say for you Leos, with y'all being so ambitious, y'all being so strong, y'all being courageous and having that inner strength that a lot of people don't have, the ones that get treated like shit are always the ones that end in the end. Always the ones that win in the end. So the ones that get treated like shit is always the ones that win in the end. And I want y'all to take that message and use it the best way possible. And I'm happy that I was able to share my story with y'all to help y'all understand a little bit more about how the things that I experience as me being, again, a twin flame, a twin ray, a divine partner. Those relationships, soulmate relationships, life partner relationships are very important to helping us understand. And like I told y'all, my brother was going through a heart chakra activation, and a lot of masculines and feminines that were causing more of the hurt are going through heart chakra activation. So music is a way that messages can be distribute to you and help you with your journey in your love life, your career, your bloodline activations. And I just told you how that just took part of our bloodline activations. So I'm here to help you understand how that works as far as clairaudiency. And that's the reason why the elite control the media so much. Okay, so much. So let's go ahead and get started, Leos. Again, the cards that I use in my videos have already been shuffled. The main deck, we will shuffle and cut this on camera. If you're interested in purchasing any of these decks on there, I also have my own Amazon store where you can purchase them on Amazon if they're available for you to purchase on Amazon. Energy healing stones, crystals for your enlightenment, your transformation, your healing, your growth. Okay. Let's see what else. Okay, cusp babies. I'm including cusp babies in my readings because your sun sign represents who you're trying to be before you pass over in this lifetime. So you're trying to harness all the energy, all the capabilities of the Leos, even the negative ones, even the weak ones, before you pass over in this lifetime. So if I state your date of birth, that means that you are a cusp baby. That means that you have 2 zodiacs. If I don't state your date of birth, that means that you are a regular Leo as far as your sun sign, okay? And the ones I do state your date of birth, you have 2 sun signs, okay? So July the 19th through July the 25th, you are a Cancer/Leo. July the 19th through July the 25th, Cancer/Leo. Leo/Virgo, August the 19th through August the 25th. August the 19th through August the 25th. And Leo/Virgos, okay? So let's go ahead and get started. These cards have already been shuffled in your energy, entertainment cards. Again, whoever comes on when I pull, whoever face is on the card when I pull it, think about what first comes to mind, a song, a movie, whatever they're take part of. Watch that movie, listen to that song. If you don't know about them, research something about them, see where they are as far as when it comes to their career, what have they been in the public about, what do they believe in as far as their spiritual journey, and so on. And then watch a movie or listen to one of their songs, because your higher self, your ancestors, your guides, the universe is going to be giving you some type of messages to shift you and help you activate your clairaudiency. And that's the reason why I use those cards. And the lady that created that Illustrator deck was very, it was very, very creative for her to do that, okay? Because I understand how this takes place as far as when it comes to the matrix that we're in. And a lot of them have their own journeys that they have, that they're battling. Again, everybody, regardless of where they come from, has that moment where they have that ta-da moment, where they have their spiritual awakening, okay? And regardless if they're a bad person and then they get to their older days and they realize and they finally have that spiritual awakening moment and they start changing the way that they go about doing things. So JFK, his bloodline was part of the Illuminati. He comes from the Illuminati bloodline. All presidents before Trump have the same bloodline, okay? So it's you just have to put the puzzle pieces together. Everybody has their own journey, regardless of what role they take part of. And once you understand that, that's the biggest awareness that you can have, because you're acknowledging them for their contract that they're in, which you're respecting them for them being your enemy. You're respecting them for making you put you up to that challenge for you to heal yourself mentally, physically, as well as emotionally. Now you are acknowledging how much power you have, because you're taking back your power for those people that was hurting you. So me being a rising sign Leo, I am grateful for that. And I'm also grateful for the Leos that's in my family to help me understand how Leos function. And now I see that. Now I'm understanding my birth chart a lot more. It helped me stand in my purpose. And I want you to stand in your purpose. Leos, anybody that's watching this, don't be afraid of standing in your purpose. Okay, there's reasons why you were given that purpose. Okay, and if my vibration is going off, I have that on for synchronicity as well. When it goes off, it's either you're paying so much attention to me and they're going to distract you or distract me from giving you the message, or you're not paying attention to me and they're telling you that you need to rewind to catch the message. So let's go ahead and get started. So again, this is going to be for Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising, as well as Venus and Mercury are for your Leo cusp baby, North Node, cross watchers that is dealing with somebody that has Leo in their chart, or if you're just guided to this video and you don't have Leo in your chart and you're not dealing with anybody that has Leo in their chart. Look, Keisha Cole is on again. Trust. Yeah, I'm sending this video to my brother big time. Trusting yourself, Leos. Trusting that your divine masculine, your divine feminine can make the changes that you need them to make. Okay? And then if they're not able to make the changes that you need them to make, that the universe and your higher self and your ancestors will bring somebody into your life that would help you make those changes. Okay? Okay, so Leos, I'm going to shuffle it 3 more times. This next time, whatever at the bottom of the deck, I'm going to take it as part of your energy. Okay, so you have the Seven of Wands. And when the Seven of Wands comes out, this represents rivalry. It represents courage. So this is your energy, Leo, as far as you being fearless, as far as you being daring, as far as you being noble, as far as you being, create adventurous. Okay. This represents energy as far as also feeling guarded. So some of you could have family, friends. This could be a lover. It could be a karmic or soulmate. It could be a work environment. Other people's opinions attacking you, feeling like you have been threatened, or, they're not allowing you to be you, Leo, is what I'm hearing. They're not allowing you to be you. So a lot of y'all could be guarding your energy. You could be setting up certain boundaries. You could be fighting other people as far as when it comes to certain distractions as well. So people getting in your path, blocking your view is what I'm hearing, Leos. But this also represents being gaining, because there could be, other people that is trying to help you as far as when it comes to shining their light, guiding you in a certain direction as well. So I do feel that there could be some people that is warning, you're getting some type of warning from your ancestors or your higher self, Leo, is what I'm hearing. Or this could be somebody that's in your environment that could be warning you about something too. But this person that I'm feeling that is warning you, it's a good intention is what I'm hearing. So they want you to make sure you hear that, okay? So that could be for some of y'all, but that represents energy as far as a gain too. So making a gain. And I do feel that some of y'all are getting ready to make a gain. Okay, so we have the Star card. Look, can't make that shit up. That big gain. This is a big gain. This is spiritual growth. This is a spiritual connection that is destined. Okay, this is a transformation. This is you realizing your self-worth. So a lot of you Leos have been doing the things that you need to do in order for you to, again, heal yourself mentally, physically, as well as emotionally, which is allowing you to realize your self-worth, going through that self-discovery phase, going through that realization of, who you are, who you were meant to be, what's your mission. Okay, this represents energy as far as when it comes to spiritual gifts. So a lot of y'all could be opening up new spiritual gifts, being more enlightening in certain gifts that you already have and you already possess. This represents astrology. So a lot of y'all could be getting pushed to study more about astrology. If it's not to study more about astrology, some of y'all could be thinking about becoming astrologers, astrologists. Some of y'all could be thinking about, again, studying more on your birth chart. That could be astrology that you're taking part of as far as when it comes to educating yourself, making yourself more aware of what it is that's in your birth chart. Okay, but this represents energy as far as the transformation, but somebody finding their sense of purpose. Finding their sense of purpose, possibly, again, people that were blocking you from getting to your sense of purpose is what I'm getting, okay? That's great energy to start off when. This also represents energy as far as Aquarius energy. So some of y'all could be dealing with somebody that has Aquarius in their chart. If they don't have Aquarius in this chart, this could represent just energy as somebody going through a transformation, getting that brand new beginning, okay? I'm here. Listen, I just heard the Star of David. That could be significant to somebody that just said, I did for me to just say that. You have the Four of Swords being upright. You have the Three of Pentacles being reversed. And then you have the Eight of Cups being reversed. And then you have the Tower card being reversed. So this represents energy as far as Scorpio energy, okay? As far as a water sign. It also represents fire. So it could be an Aries, Leo. It could represent you, or it could be a Sagittarius. But this represents when it's reversed, it's better. So this is that brand new beginning. So I feel that some of y'all were dealing with a situation, a major shakeup, okay? A sudden shock in a situation. This could be a relationship. It could have been a job. It could have been, again, a destruction to your foundation, your home situation, family and friends, because again, you did have the Seven of Wands coming out, so guarding yourself, other people's opinions in a situation as well. Some of y'all could have had something that happened unexpected. There could have been a separation that did take part against with you and your masculine, your feminine Leos. Are you separating yourself again from family, friends, a job situation, whichever it was that tried to bring you harm or block you from your path is what I'm hearing. Okay. But I do feel that some of y'all have some people that's in your path that are part of soul tribe members, or this person could be very significant as far as when it comes to being your guide and helping you move through something that could have been destructive. Okay, in your past is what I'm hearing, and y'all are breaking free from that. So, because when the Tower card is upright, this represents energy as far as changing for the better, going through that needed reconstruction phase, allowing yourself to purge mentally, physically, as well as emotionally, as well as purge out those people that were not needed in your life, regardless if this is a family member, a friend, a job, characteristics about yourself, a love relationship, a karmic or soulmate relationship that was not, that were not, because I felt that when I heard that some of them were not allowing you to be you. So I feel that some of them were, trying to make you, mold you into something that you weren't. Leo, when you could have been somebody, let's say a twin flame, a twin ray, or divine partner, or somebody that is on this big transformation as far as when it comes to healing yourself mentally, physically, as well as emotionally. And let's say if you are somebody that's a motivator, speaker, or if you're somebody that works in the community, you're always going to have somebody that is put in your family, your love situation that's close to you, that can make you be something that you're not wanting to be, can distract you from your purpose. And so I do feel that some of y'all are separating yourself from those type of relationships as well. So this represents a fresh start. That's the main thing. So somebody getting a fresh start. So getting that fresh start, star, now you're the star. Now you went through this major transformation. You have these brand new beginnings that's coming in for you, Leo. The Four of Swords coming out upright. This represents energy as far as resting, no physical movement. So there could have been no communication between you and your masculine, your feminine. Are you not communicating or doing the things that you need to do as far as when it comes to, successfully completing certain things that's in your journey? Okay. So if you have been stopped from, finding your purpose and understanding who you are and what you're meant to do, or if this is your love situation as far as when it comes to your masculine, your feminine, not in knowledge or not having enough courage when it comes to, completing your mission, going through that needed transformation so you have the strength to move forward. So I feel that a lot of y'all, were resting. I feel that a lot of y'all were also gaining knowledge and information to help you and shift you to the next level for you to make the right decisions. And the same time, as far as when it comes to you gaining that knowledge and that wisdom, you had certain family, friends, karmic, soulmates, enemies, foes that were still trying to disturb you while you were resting or while you were trying to make the right decisions to better you. Okay. So I do feel that some of y'all still have that type of energy that's around you. I do feel that this represents energy as far as, getting that needed rest. So some of y'all, if you have been getting the push to rest, but your body rest, try to lay down and, sleep the best way that you can possible. Okay. Get that needed rest. You do have the Three of Pentacles coming out, and this represents energy as far as with it being reversed, dealing with somebody that is very narrow-minded, very selfish. So some of y'all, let's say if your masculine, your feminine, did walk away from you, or if they did, abandon you, or if they did turn away from you and chose somebody else, there could be, because this represents third party energy as well, them putting into that situation, their energy emotionally, financially, physically. So let's say if they did choose somebody else, because I do feel that some of y'all did go into separation with your masculine, your feminine, this person, and you did the things that you needed to do in order for you to heal from that situation. Now there's a brand new beginning that's getting ready to transpire between you and your other half. Some of y'all have that opportunity that's coming up, because when you do have the Eight of Cups being reversed, this represents energy as far as abandonment. So this person made you feel abandonment energy. They made you feel abandoned. Let's say if they did walk away, if they did turn away from you, or if they were not acknowledging the journey that you were and them were in. Some of y'all possibly had to defend yourself to this person over and over and over, because they could have possibly had other people that was, giving them certain thoughts, making them feel that your journey, or with the masculine and the feminine, was not worthy, or the connection was not real. Because I do feel that somebody was also living in certain illusions, and there could have been friends and family members that was our karmic, our soulmate, that was clouding this person's mind as well. Okay, is what I'm hearing. Yeah, the King of Cups being reversed. You have the Wheel of Fortune being reversed. And then you have the Ace of Pentacles being reversed. Yeah, they put time, money, energy, and other things, and was not putting time and money and energy into their relationship with you. Some of them could have been denying their feelings. Some of them could have been, not showing you the affection, not speaking, holding back their feelings, denying how much they really truly meant about you, Leo. Or Leo, this was you. If this is considered you, if you're a Leo man and you are the King of Cups being reversed, if that's how your other person sees you, or if you are overly emotional right now because you're going through certain separations or transformations within yourself, I can understand that energy as far as that too, because this represents oversensitive energy too, hiding your emotions, being selfish, somebody being very jealous. There could be some heavy drinking that's transpiring, Leos, and they're saying for you not to do that. Some of y'all, when you drink, it causes you to visual and get certain dreams when you go to sleep, is what I'm hearing too. So they're saying for you to pay attention to that. This represents energy. So let's say if they were involved with somebody else, if there was a karmic or a soulmate, this karmic or soulmate could have just been there for the money, for the assets, is what I'm getting from this. Some of them could be losing certain assets, certain finances that this karmic or this soulmate is walking away from. There could be an ending as far as a marriage, because some of us are in twin flame, twin ray, or divine partner relationships where they did marry somebody else and they have to divorce from, the karmic or the soulmate, because again, they know that you are the divine feminine or you're the divine masculine. So there could be somebody that's losing assets as far as when it comes to a divorce, is what I'm getting. They're taking all the assets. And this could be something that the masculine or the feminine is very overly emotional about. Okay. If this is somebody that's coming back from your past, you do have the Wheel of Fortune card being reversed. This represents energy as far as setbacks, going through certain struggles, as well as lack of control. So this person, like I was saying earlier, somebody that was holding back their emotions, not expressing the energy as far as how it felt with their heart chakra, because you do have all this green here and then you have this water here. So that represents your heart chakra energy. Even though your heart chakra is green, your emotions is tied to your heart chakra. So if you are a water sign, or if you do have water in your chart, Leos, a lot of y'all could be very overly sensitive right now as far as when it comes to your emotions. They're saying for you to ground yourself, wear green, eat green fruits, eat green vegetables, go outside and sit in the green grass, touch a tree, put flowers and plants inside your home. That would help you as well. Okay. But somebody is aware that they caused delays. They know that they were not giving you a solid offer with this Ace of Pentacles being reversed, not giving you that complete 10, that complete brand new beginning with them. This represents a false start. It also represents something getting exposed. So let's say if they were involved with somebody that was just there with them for financial assets. Could have been somebody that was a love and leave them person, pretend like they loved them, but they were just really there just for the assets. Okay, made this person marry them just because they had a hidden agenda because of the assets. Are you invest in a relationship with this person because they're assets of your assets, Leos, or cross watches your assets? Okay. With the Ace of Pentacles being reversed, this represents bad money. So some of y'all could have been going through situations as far as, financial issues, the struggles, your foundation, again, being some type of destruction as far as when it comes to that. And it could have caused you to be overly emotional, also caused you to go drinking. They're saying for you to hold back from the alcohol as much as possible, Leos. Yeah, because it's just putting you where you don't want to be. It's going to end up putting you somewhere that you don't want to be. Okay, you're gonna keep yourself trapped in the trap, and you don't want to be in that trap. Okay, so this represents the devil energy. This represents temptations. It represents feeling bonded. It represents going through certain fears, going through certain obsessions, seductions. Okay, dealing with people. So this person that you, let's say if you are breaking free from a karmic or soulmate, and this person is very overly sensitive or overly jealous, or, you know, again, was just there for the money. This person, you're realizing that this person was a karmic, okay, is what I'm hearing. Some of y'all are gaining this information in your sleep. And you're realizing the trap that they put you in. Is what I'm hearing. Somebody's realizing the trap that they put them in. But most importantly, fear. Somebody fearing commitment or fearing opening up. Some of you Leos are fearing opening up a situation. I don't know if this is to your masculine, your feminine, or just admitting your true feelings, or your masculine, your feminine is having issues as far as opening up and admitting their feelings. They're feeling trapped in a situation. You have the 10 of Pentacles. Yeah, some of them did invest in another situation, another home, another family situation. Some of them are, like I said, invested in other things, and they lost their finances. They lost their abundance. With the 10 of Pentacles being reversed, this person knows that they were not honoring their loyalties to you, is what I'm hearing too. This person know that they were not loyal to you. There was conflicts as far as when it comes to loyalties. This person also could have been dealing with insecurities, and it could have been financial situations, since there's a lot of money that's reversed here. I'm going to put that out there. And then this also could have been their own self-worth, because Pentacles also represents your characteristics about yourself. So let's say if they were insecure about themselves, because you do have the King of Cups being reversed, and that can represent energy as far as being insecure. Also somebody that's overly jealous. So some of y'all could have been dealing with somebody that was overly jealous as well. You have the 2 of Pentacles. So this represents energy as far as juggling energy, making ends meet. So making that solid foundation that you need in order for you to bring your stability back, okay? So doing the things that you need to do to bring income in, okay? I feel that some of y'all are going through that. A lot of y'all, they're realizing again that they were juggling you in a family situation, or you or other situations, and not, you know, completely 100%, focus on the journey, focus on other things. That could have been a job situation. It could have been materialistic things that this person could have been more attached to, a way of lifestyle, lower energy, lust. Man, they playing Keisha Cole again, falling out. I'm falling out of love with you. Okay. This represents energy as far as when it comes to wanting to be in harmony, wanting to be in balance. So bringing that balance to the connection between you and your masculine, your feminine. So let's say if this person is acknowledging their disloyalties, them not being loyal, them denying their feelings, them putting in other situations, causing you to walk away from them, having that needed tower moment in their environment, making them realizing their own self-worth, that needed space between you and them in order for them to come to realization as far as when it comes to what they lost, is what I'm getting. So now this person is wanting to bring this connection back. Now they're balanced. Now they're balanced, and now they can balance you, is what I'm hearing. I'm balanced now. Now I can balance you, is what I heard. Yeah, look, the Page of Wands, them being passionate. This represents energy as far as potential. This person is coming in being very direct. This represents fighting for what is yours as well. If some of y'all are thinking about being a motivated speaker or speaking in the community, this card is that card for that. This represents being creative, being outspoken, okay? Being ambitious, being an entrepreneur. That fire, that much needed fire energy for you. The world in your hands, Leos. The Seven of Swords. So somebody coming in asking for forgiveness. This person is coming in asking for forgiveness. When the Seven of Swords is reversed, is better. It's learning to trust. Again, Keisha Cole song came on, trust. You're going to have to trust the situation. Trusting yourself, Leos. Okay? Trusting yourself. A regain. Somebody getting good advice. So how I was saying earlier, there is somebody that is trying to push you and lead you in the right direction. So you are getting the good advice for that person. So if this person is coming back from your past, what are they bringing you? You have the Queen of Wands. So fighting for the situation. This is Rosie Perez. This represents energy as far as being the good performer, being strong. This person seeing you as sexy. This represents passion and energy, so there could be intimacy. There could be a baby, because you have Page of Wands is coming out, so there could be a new life, a new creation as far as the baby. This person could be getting dreams about them you having their child, or them having your child, Leo. Queen of Pentacles. So them seeing you as their everything. Them seeing you as somebody that's very nurturing, very caring. Some of y'all could be mothers. Very passionate mothers. You fight for your family. Queen of Pentacles, this represents energy as far as having a big heart, but somebody coming in wanting to be honest. So this person is coming in being honest. They're asking for forgiveness. There could be some tears that's involved. Yeah, justice. They're coming in and giving you justice. They're as much as tired of the situation as you are, is what I just heard. This is Most Deaf. This represents Malta. This is Libra. Somebody taking responsibility. Somebody making the right decisions. Knowing that, again, their actions brought them certain consequences. There's a cause and effect when you do something on the decisions that you make. Some of y'all, again, let's say if they are divorcing somebody and this is a real marriage, they're going to lose some finances. Some of y'all could have been going through a legal problem, and again, y'all are getting justice in the situation. You probably put a lot of money into the court system, but you're getting ready to have justice. You're getting ready to be that Queen of Pentacles, that King of Pentacles. You deserve love, knowing that you deserve love, knowing that you deserve to receive unconditional love as well as giving unconditional love. This person did not know your worth. They didn't know their worth. They had to love themselves in order for them to love you. And that's the reason why that person said, I'm balanced now. Now I can balance you. Says you are lovable. Religious factors. So there could have been religious factors that could have played a significant issue in the relationship between you and your masculine, your feminine. Typically, there's always one that's more spiritual and the other one is more religious when it comes to those relationships as far as twin flames, twin rays, or divine partners. So there's a lot of battles as far as when it comes to that, but what you believe in. Okay. Again, somebody could have been, going through their breaking away from their belief systems is what I'm getting. This could also represent childhood energy too. So breaking away from certain things that's from your childhood as far as your family and friends, your family, your friends, your mother, your father, your elders, your brothers, your sisters, breaking certain belief systems as far as when it comes to that too. I feel that some of y'all, again, have the ability to be a public speaker, or some of y'all could be thinking about being a pastor. If it's not a pastor, it's just talking about religion or the things that you learned. It says your love life is influenced by your religious upbringings and spiritual past. And that some of y'all had to come to realization of that and it was very painful for you to realize the certain things that you were believing as your childhood were not necessarily true. I do feel that somebody is possibly a king, a real king or a queen or a certain pharaoh from the older days, the ancient days is what I'm getting from this too. Because if you see that crown here, look. Somebody's getting ready to get crowned. You also have the Buddha sign here. You have the Star of David here too. Well, you have the Jewish sign here. But I saw the star. I looked at it and it made me think about the Star of David. Okay. Retreat. So breaking free from a certain situation. Some of them are getting ready to end a certain marriage. Okay, so it says it's time to disconnect from the world. Some of y'all needed that needed rest. Separating yourself from certain relationships that are no longer serving you. She moves like a boss, talks like a boss. Miss Independent. So Libra, Queen of Pentacles, represents energy as far as Capricorn, Taurus, as well as Virgo. It also represents energy. The Queen of Wands is Aries, Leo, as well as Sagittarius. The Page of Cups, the Page of Wands, Aries, Leo, as well as Sagittarius. Okay, the King of Cups, Cancer, Pisces, as well as Scorpio. You have Aquarius here. Capricorn. Wheel of Fortune represents energy as far as fire. So that's Aries, Leo, as well as Sagittarius. The Ace of Pentacles represents earth energy. So that's Capricorn, Taurus, as well as Virgo. And then you again have the Tower card, which represents fire, Aries, Leo, as well as Sagittarius. It also represents Scorpio. So some of y'all could be ending it with a fire sign, a Scorpio, a Cancer, Pisces, as well as Scorpio. Capricorn, Taurus, as well as Virgo. There could be a water sign or an earth sign coming back from your past. Or they could have Scorpio in their chart or fire in their chart. There could be, again, a Libra, an earth sign, or a fire sign that's coming back from your past. Vulture spirits. Didn't I say that there was predators in your environment, Leos? Okay. So it says nothing is wasted, knowing that no time is wasted, no distractions, even though they lead you off your path, that is not time that's wasted. There's certain lessons that are learned in every troubling time, in every tower moment that we have. You have a 63, a 9 here. 9s represents moving on and happiness and growth. You have wolf spirit. Wow. My wolf DNA has been activating. Okay. I met a potential and my nose flared up because they were having me watch like a lot of wolf movies before I ran into him, and I promise you I smelt him. And so for this card to come out, it's funny because my brother knows who this person is. So I'm really going to give this video to my brother. So it says, turn knowledge into wisdom. I used my brother's name when I introduced myself so he can know who I was. That's so funny. Wow. We have a 67 here. 8, 9, 10, 11. A 13. 13s represents 4s. 4s represents stability. Okay. So some of y'all's wolf DNA, some of y'all could have indigenous DNA that's activating. I talked about Dick Gregory earlier too. Dick Gregory had a video about him turning into a wolf, saying that we have the availability to transform into a wolf. That's what the Native Americans were able to do a long time ago. The chiefs and all of them were able to turn into certain totem pole animals. I just heard Twilight. Somebody needs to watch Twilight. Well, Spirit, so it says, trust the great mystery. Trust the great mystery. Trusting the unknown. Turn knowledge into wisdom. Them synchronicities bring you justice. You have a 65 here. 11. 11 represents twin flame, twin ray number. It also represents new beginnings, magician energy, alchemy energy. Winter. So a lot of y'all could have had this major transformation that took place during the wintertime. It still is the wintertime. February is cold, a lot of snow. It was on the 9th. It is going to be the full moon, the snow moon, the moon in Leo. I should have said that at the beginning of the video. I'm sorry. The moon in Leo, the full moon in Leo. So a lot of y'all are getting snow in our areas. Austin got a little bit of snow the other day. So it says the answers to your prayers and affirmations are fully realized in the winter months. This person came to awareness in the winter months. You came to awareness in the winter months, Leos. Spiritual teachers. Didn't I say somebody is, they're either I really feel that I'm either somebody watching this, they have a big purpose when it comes to the community, helping, enlightening, and bringing awareness and certain knowledge to the community. Astrology teacher. Some of y'all could be going to a spiritual teacher to get certain information. Make sure you look at a lot of people's information, their reviews, before you just go out and buy and purchase something from a spiritual teacher. But again, that could be a lesson learned and something that you need to take in your path for you to understand the good people and the bad people that your ancestors, your higher self can lead you to help you gain more knowledge and wisdom of a situation. So it says your life purpose involves teaching others about healing and spirituality. New home. Somebody could be wanting to move in with you. There could be a new opportunity as far as you and this person getting a home together. Some of y'all could have possibly lost your home and now you're getting a new home. So it says moving is in the step. Okay, so it says moving is a step in the right direction for you. So moving, this person possibly needs to move in with you. Y'all are going to be moving in together. We have highest priestess, being in tune with your intuition. Some of y'all are a highest priestess. Look at Keisha Cole. Trust and believe. Trust coming out again. Whoa, Leos. Gaining that inner wisdom that you need. Gaining that spiritual knowledge. Getting those hidden messages. Getting that hidden knowledge. Being very intuitive. So as mysteries revealed in the eyes of Isis. Okay, let me get the book and read what that means. I said earlier I felt that somebody was a pharaoh. The Ankh. Somebody's a pharaoh. Okay, where is the book at? Oh, there it goes. Okay. So high priestess. Okay. So it says, beloved Isis, gaze upon you now, and behind her vast eyes, mysteries are unrevealed. A new clarity around your direction is unfolding. Be willing to wait for the full reveal, but also recognize what is happening at this time. You will be gaining valuable insight into where you are being led and for what purpose. It is an excellent moment in your unfoldment. Have reassurance and an open heart and mind, and wait patiently for the grand revelation that is on its way. So some of y'all getting that needed epiphany, okay? Getting the information. So a major changes coming to you, Leos, our cross watchers. Getting that hidden knowledge that you need in order for you to stand in your true purpose. It says, currently you are being offered assistance in unrevealing your divine destiny. You will be shown your purpose in a broader or more meaningful way than ever before. You can expect that have many aha moments. Didn't I say having that aha moment? I said that earlier. Moments where your life experiences and journeys suddenly make sense from a much bigger perspective, helping you understand how everything that you have gone through has brought you to where you are today, which in turn helps you trust even more when you are being led, where you're being led. So a major awakening for somebody, a major awakening from somebody going through from their DNA activations, realizing who they are to their true purpose. Being a highest priest, a highest priestess. Umotep. I just had to say that. Because I just had to say that. Wow, I have somebody else to give this video to. High honor, I can't make this shit up. You are of the highest of most highs. Somebody getting recognition of their self-worth. This person putting you on a pedestal. You getting rewarded. You getting recognized. Going to war for your masculine, your feminine, or them going to war for you, Leos. You have a 25 here, which is a 7. 7 represents mystery, DNA activations, getting synchronicities, getting the signs, seeing the symbols, getting the hidden messages. Deja vu, visions, spiritual realm, physical, telepathic communications. That's all that has to do with those mysteries. Trust that these mysteries are real. Journey, this is your journey, Leos. You're moving to great things, Leos. Acknowledging that journey that they are on with you. And that's what I feel that this person was not doing in the past. We haven't seen each other in a while. You will always be my boo. Usher and Alicia Keys. You have a 10 here, getting that needed transformation, that needed completion. Main female, you are their main female. That's the reason why they're putting you on their pedestal. You are the one that I can spend my life with. A 2. 2s represents union, represents balance. And last card, it says, imagine all unwanted thoughts dissolving into light, creating room for new opportunities and possibilities for your life. So like I said, a new journey. Your journey is presented to you, Leos. Take it. Take it. Where's that card at? You got the world in your hands. Your ancestor said the world is yours. Hopefully this reading resonates with you. If it does resonate with you, like my channel, subscribe to my channel, and I just want to say thank you, and you have a great day.